What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Bugs' DCS Cruise. For this one, I'm going to be playing around the Marianas again. It is a fun map. I do like it. Certain things are a little limited, but that's okay. I don't really think we're going to be getting much in the way of a fast jet off of one of these small runways, but we can most certainly try it, and I most certainly will at some point. But for this one, what we're going to do is you guys saw me do the ground attack mission with the P-47 on an installment over on Saipan. We're going to do something similar to that, but we do have a few different changes that we're going to be dealing with. So our anti-aircraft, those are as is. Those haven't changed. Our infantry, we still have the 49 of them, so that hasn't changed. I don't know why I didn't make it an even 50, or around 50, I should say, because that's all right. So the hangar is still there. This time I reversed the direction of it, so it's actually facing the correct way, which I didn't realize until I flew over it yesterday. So that's going to play a role. We have 4 aircraft we're going to have to deal with. I don't have the 0 right now, so the 190A8 is going to be the closest thing we have, and it is painted in an INJ livery or IJN livery, whatever you guys want to call it, but it is in World War II Japanese markings. We also have a flight of Corsairs, which are sitting right over here, and we also have a flight of Thunderbolts. This is where you're going to wonder, what the hell are you doing sitting in an Apache, Bugs? That's what this video and mission's going to be about. We're going to send a single Apache back to the 1940s, and we're going to help our boys eliminate that threat over on Saipan. The Corsairs are going to be our cap assets. So our combat air patrol, they're going to deal with the aerial picture. So that's going to be the 4 FWs or zeros, quote unquote, in this case. They're orbiting over the target area around there, so we have to watch with that. The 4 Thunderbolts are going to go after the hangar and eliminate that, along with any of the other ground assets around the hangar. And then as for us, we're loaded with 8 Hellfires and 2 rocket pods plus the chain gun. We're just going to take out whatever we possibly can, and we're going to soften it up a little bit for the Thunderbolts to come in and do their ground attack role. So we're going from a hot start with the Apache. I'm not 100% confident or even 90% confident that I could go from a cold start with this thing and get it up running the right way. So we're just going to go from a hot start. The Warbirds are going from a cold start, so I'm going to get everything set up on my end, make sure everything's good to go. We're going to let them do their thing, warm up, and we're not going to take off until the Corsairs do, because I do not want to have the unfortunate dealing of running into the Jap air cover over that field. So we're going to let the cap assets take off first. Once they get up in the air, then we'll start doing what we have to do. I'm going to use the Apache's standoff capabilities and advantages to help us out. So we should be pretty decent out of range of any of their anti-aircraft, especially with the Hellfires. Once we lob those off, then the rest should be pretty straightforward. I am formulating an idea in my head as I'm sitting here thinking, so let's unpause, let's get into it. I'll show you the assets over the field, and I'll show you what our other guys are armed with. Alright, let's get ourselves set up first. Let's arm our CMAS, even though we're not going to need that, but we're just going to do it out of good practice. Alright, the Corsairs are getting ready to do their thing, so here's what we got. There's the air cover over the field. The jugs are starting up and warming up now. So they're armed with 2 500-pounders each, 10 H-4 rockets, and gun. And as far as our Corsairs, they're guns only for the role that they're going to be playing. Well, let's get back into the cockpit of the Apache. I'm sorry if it's a little choppy, guys. We do have a lot going on at the same time. Once we get airborne, it should clear it up a little bit, so... Alright, there they go. The jugs are rolling out first. Alright. I'm just gonna keep quiet, guys, and just watch and enjoy the takeoffs. Like a well-oiled machine. Alright, once that last Corsair's up, we're out of here, so... Let's get ourselves ready to go, guys. Alright, last of the Thunderbolts is airborne. The first of the Corsairs is up. Alright, guys, here we go.
Pausing Hellfire.
Alright, bud. Hang on, let's go do good work.
Rotor RPM low. Rotor RPM low. Rotor RPM low. Rotor RPM low.
I don't know what the hell just happened there, but we almost lost it. We're okay now, though. I'm probably sitting too long, but that's alright. Alright. We are a little heavy, so that doesn't help anything. Alright, we're just going to follow the strike package in. We're going to stay down a little bit lower. We're not going to get in their way. And like I said, I want the Corsairs to go way ahead of us so they can take care of the air picture. I think I know what happened. I tried to do an out-of-ground effect takeoff. And we're a little too heavy for that. We should have... I didn't realize I didn't release the parking brake until just now. Alright, that might have just been pilot error, but... we'll see. Looks like they're starting to tangle up with something up there. Let's see if I can get... they're going after something. Alright, we're gonna bug off to the right just a little bit. We don't want to draw their attention to us. We want to kind of blend in with the P-47s. Yeah. We can shoot a Hellfire at the FW. I didn't have this in mind. Ooh, somebody just went down.
Laser on. Lasers off.
Ooh, Thunderbolts are attacking. Alright, let's not worry about the FW. That would have been cool as hell if we shot down an FW-190, but...
Get me closer. We're out of range.
those are the guys I want. We're a little too hot. Somebody else just went down. Oh boy. Hopefully that was one of their guys.
Blazing.
Here we go.
Lasers off. Target in range.
Rifle. There it goes.
Slaving. I'm deslaved. Target acquired. Blazing. Lasers off. Roger. I'm deslaved. Target in sight.
I don't like the look of that.
Laser on. Lasers off. Deep. Gun lost. Lasers off. Good effects on target. And saved. Roger. Ceasefire. Aircraft's armed. And slave. Deslaving.
Alright, that's one of ours. rifle.
And slave. Now deslaved. Tracking target. Those are good hits. And slave. Deslave. Target in sight. Blazing. Lasers off. Aircraft safe. Roger. Ceasefire. Aircraft's armed. And slave. Now deslaved. Target in sight. Blazing. Lasers off. Roger. Deslave. Target in sight. Laser on. Lasers off.
Ooh, good hit by the Thunderbolt. Beautiful hit by that. Wow.
Blazing. Rocket quantity to 8.
Let's spin around and come around the opposite way. It was too shallow for that other shot. There we go. That's a little bit better, Lake.
Lasers off. Now deslaved. Laser on.
Ooh. Good strafing run, buddy. Wow.
Lasers off. Roger, engaging. Laser on. Lasers off. Deslaving. Target acquired. Laser on. Lasers off. Laser on. Lasers off. Delost. Gun lost. Roger. Now deslaved. Engaging.
Ooh, 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 ooh. That's not a good sound. I don't like hearing that. That means we're taking hits. Oh, yeah, you are. You're in the trees, you little shit.
Lasers off. Deslaving. Roger, engaging.
He's in the trees. That's why we couldn't see him. Alright, very well played.
Lasers off. I don't know where he went.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. I know where he went. He's behind us. In case you didn't hear that. Jeez. Alright.
Target lost.
Yeah, I know. We're getting there. Hold on. Let's get away from him first.
Roger. Slave. Deslaved.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to be doing that anymore. Alright, let's make a pass over. Yep, there he goes. That's that. Oh, this P-47's making another attack. Good thing we were out of his way. Jesus. Just saw him at the last second. What the hell is he bombing still? Oh, they're still going after that building. Alright, cool.
I'm up rockets. Roger, slaving. Deslave. Blazing.
Let's see if we can help him out a little bit here. I gotta steady this thing up. I have a very good feeling. Oh, there they go. Cool. Let's
Rocket set to all.
let's go see if we can make a big kaboom. Let's get a little closer and let's see what happens. Just make sure we don't have another thunderbolt coming down to do another run. That would be bad. Alright, once we pop all our rockets off, we'll see what damage is done to the hangar, and we'll head back to Tinian.
Lasers off. Deslaving. Laser on.
Oh my.
Lasers off. Dewast.
I have never seen anything like that in DCS before. That was awesome.
Firing. Setting burst to 50. Setting burst to all.
Alright, let's see if we can empty the gun out on this thing, and then we'll go back. That was awesome. Holy Toledo, it just mowed the trees down.
Lasers off. Dewast. Aircraft safe.
Oh my. All right. I have not seen anything like that before in this. That is insane. I did not know that you can cut trees down with the guns on these things. That was unexpected. Wow. All right. So I dare say that an Apache could most certainly do some damage. Even if they had just one. Wowee. Between the Thunderbolts, the Corsairs, and us with the Apache, that was a hell of a combination. The Corsairs did pretty good keeping the air picture clean for us, so I really wish we did get to shoot down that one bandit. That would have been awesome, but I don't know how well the Hellfire would have did with it. But we might have to give that a try one day. We'll see what happens. And there's the rest of the flight up there, so we're not that far behind them. I'm going to try and land off to the side, kind of where we took off from, so we keep the runway clear for them to do what they got to do. In case any of them took any damage or low on fuel. We'll see what happens. I don't know yet. Alright, we're about to go feet wet, and then a little short flight over the water back to Tinian. There's our airfield right there. You see the one guy on the runway or the taxiway. It's probably a little tricky to see, but there are two little black dots coming off the taxiway, and then the other two are right up there, so that answers for 4 of the 8 of us, minus myself. But we'll find out in a minute. So like I said, we're going to come in off to the side over here. We don't want to get in the way. And yes, I am flying a little bit sideways, guys. I'm doing that on purpose. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Careful, 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 bugs. Careful, bugs. Alright. That could have been catastrophic, but we're okay. Let's turn this thing around. That was a little hairy. I could fly it sideways, no problem, but when it comes down to landing, it apparently, I seem to have an issue with said thing. Hopefully we didn't bust anything, which I think we might have. Oh, actually, no, hold on, I'm an idiot. Alright, we recovered that. That could have been ugly, but I think we did okay. Alright, guys. Shutter, get ready to shut her down. Should have turned that on before I started the landing, but that's okay. that's that, guys. Let's take a look and see how many guys came back. Oh, we parked on the complete opposite side of the field. That's alright. Oh yeah, we're all the way down there where we started. That's alright though. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, so we lost 2 P-47s and a Corsair. Wow. Unless they parked somewhere else. Let's see. I don't think they did though. No, I think we lost them. I think we might have lost them, guys. But we did do one hell of a job. The building did get hit, so they did their job. We took out all the air defenses. Yeah, we lost a couple of guys, but that's okay. It sucks, but what can we do? So the Apache most certainly did help. That was definitely a fun one. I enjoyed that one. I really hope you guys found that entertaining and enjoyed that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe for more. And until the next sortie, strap in, arm up the seat, and keep flying.